What's going on, guys? Welcome to a special edition of the Afterburn Fit for Life show. We are going to spend the next 10 minutes or so doing a Q&A or FAQ session on anything and everything about the challenge. So we went through, came up with about 10 to 15 questions that are frequently asked. And now that the challenge is officially underway, we're going to run through them. So hopefully we can answer any of those questions that you guys have. So Mr. Patrick Dietz, off to my left, is going to be reading off the questions, and then us collectively will kind of do our best to answer them. So, Pat, take it away, brother.
Question one, probably one of the most common questions I see is, what can I substitute if I do not like sweet potatoes?
Oh boy, Adam, you want to take this one?
Not really.
It's definitely one of, we actually threw in sweet potatoes because that was, for whatever reason, I didn't realize this many people disliked sweet potatoes. But first and foremost, the easiest answer to this question is nothing. We obviously, and I'm partly joking obviously when I say that, but we want you guys to do the absolute best in adhering to the meal plan as it is outlined in the meal plan that we spent literally over 100 hours going over and revamping and making it much more palatable and everything. So the way we have it set up from a macro standpoint, from a calorie standpoint, is there for a reason. So sweet potatoes are one of the best things you can eat, as is everything else that is on there. So do your best to at least attempt it. And then if you just can't stomach it, if you can't stomach egg whites or you can't stomach sweet potatoes, we do this time around have a list. It is after the recipe section that has a list of approved foods, proteins, veggies, carbs, everything. And so if you want to swap out sweet potato for one of the approved carb foods on that list, you will be able to do so.
Can I add a part two? I know this is kind of randomly jumping in. I know a lot of people ask, like, well, what's the difference between a sweet potato and a yam, and can I have either or? And I feel like the answer is yes. A lot of the, yams tend to be a little bit more mild than a sweet potato, so maybe you could try that route too. It still has the same, nutritional factor, but maybe try that route if they don't like sweet potato.
Can I jump in on this too?
Jump in.
When you do substitute something like that out, when you put something new back in, you have to make sure that you can't just take out something and put it in and assume that the calories are going to be the same, because they're not. So you need to know exactly how many calories that portion that you are subbing out is. When you put something else in, it has to match the same calories. So make sure you know what is what. Like quinoa is not going to be the same calorie count as a portion of sweet potatoes, so you're going to have to play around with the calories and make sure that you're subbing the right amount. Otherwise, you're going to get too much of one or not enough.
And that kind of stuff is going to fall on you guys. So obviously, we're not able to customize to everybody's tastes, what they like and what they don't like. So if you are not a fan of sweet potato and you want to swap it out, it is going to fall on your responsibility to make sure that the quantity and the calories of sweet potato, like Adam said, that you are swapping out for an even amount. Use Calorie Counter. There's
MyFitnessPal.
MyFitnessPal.
You can go to Self Nutrition Data. I post it every challenge. All you do is type in the food that you already have in the plan that you don't want. You type in the food that you're trying to sub for, and then you match the macronutrients. So the carbs need to be the same, the fat needs to be the same, and then the protein needs to be the same. But you have to adjust the amount. It won't be identical, like Adam said. And I'll post it again, but you can just search on the top of the community page, selfnutritiondata.com, and that post should come up from like a year or two ago.
Cool.
I'll post it again.
Boom. I like it. Good job, Naomi. Damn. Stealing the thunder over here.
You're welcome.
I'm a little offended as a Southern boy that you don't like sweet potatoes, by the way.
It's not going to be in sweet potato pie, Adam.
Yeah, there's no marshmallows on this one.
Wouldn't be challenge providers.
Question two, I'm vegetarian. What can I do instead?
That was so serious.
Yeah.
I feel like vegetarians are serious people.
As far as that goes, just this is a pretty short and simple answer. It's the same thing that Naomi said,
Yeah.
which is on that same page where there's an approved food list, there is also a vegetarian swap this out for this kind of a list, and then you would, I'm assuming you do the
Yeah.
exact same thing,
Match them up, yeah.
match them up.
It's
And,
gonna be a little harder, but if you're a vegetarian, you should know that you need to eat like a seed and a legume to make like a full protein complex. But you should already know that if you're vegetarian. If you don't,
Is it legume or leguime?
Legume.
Like tomato or tomato.
It's a legume.
Is it legume? I always call
we're gonna fast forward past that.
You guys want some legumes?
You guys
I got
want
some
legumes?
cooking right now.
I always call it
very
legume.
French of you.
Legume?
Wow.
Legume.
Give me some pinto legumes going on right now.
What accent was that, Adam?
Yeah.
next question.
One more. God, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. It couldn't have been that important. Let's go to number three.
Perfect. So much for that 1 minute answer per question.
Jeez, we're gonna be here all day.
Number 3. I can't make a weekend event. Will it ruin my chances of winning?
Yes.
Yeah, bye.
Game over. Go home. No, obviously it's not. Obviously, it is not going to ruin your chances of winning. There are attendance points for the weekend events, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a very small portion of them. You get 15 points for every weekend event that is attended. So there's I believe there's 120 points in total. So not attending one weekend event is not going to kill you.
I'll ruin your life.
Except for the fact that you're going to miss out on a lot of fun stuff, but that's a whole nother thing.
I've heard that Afterburn has a nutrition and a community page. How do I join?
You want to take that away? You can take that away.
One, you should have been invited. Two, you can request to be on the page. I just do ask that if your name is different, like your Facebook name, because a lot of people have a different Facebook name, I might have been denied.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. You can just send me a message.
No
it's
worries.
Naomi Bemis, and I will accept you. But you should be able to request it. You can search Afterburn Valencia Community or Afterburn South Bay Community, and then same for the nutrition page.
And to just piggyback on kind of what Naomi was saying, it is, and this is a lot of this is going to go towards South Bay. I think Valencia is pretty well aware of the importance and how much of a help the community and the nutrition pages are during the challenge. But for South Bay, I really encourage you guys to join up. The nutrition page is where the members will exchange recipe ideas. So obviously there's going to be 40 plus recipes in the menu or the meal plan that we're giving you. But members are going to be exchanging other recipe ideas, different ways to spice it up. And so if you're a part of that, it'll make the 60-day journey as far as food goes much easier. And then the community page is just all about support and camaraderie and kind of helping everyone through that 60-day process. So make sure you guys sign up and engage with it. It'll be you won't regret it.
Question 5. I can't make the specified after weigh-in dates. Can I weigh in early or late?
It's all you, brother.
You may weigh in early, so you can test out early. That is completely fine with us, but you may not test out late. If you want to test out late, you're DQ'd. You can, but you'll be DQ'd from the challenge. So you must test out within the date scheduled, or you're more than welcome to test out early. Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to test out within a 60-day time period, and you guys can look in the challenge booklet or pamphlet. It very specifically outlines, what that 60-day time frame is. If you tested on the 24th of January, what the test out day is for 60 days, and it has to be within that time period. The only thing that I want to add on to what Adam said is that while you could be DQ'd if you test outside of the 60-day time frame, whether you test out early or late, if you don't test within that 4-day window, you will not be able to get an after picture because the photographers are only there for those 4 days. So if you're okay with not having the opportunity to win and being DQ'd and not getting the points, but you want a picture, you have to find a way to go within that 4-day period because we will not have the photographer outside of that window.
Do I need to sign up for weekend events and classes?
What do you think about that, Adam?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You must sign up for classes, and I really, we would love you to sign up for the weekend events as well. They'll be on the app the same way. You just sign up. Simple. It helps us to know how many people will be attending. So it just really kind of streamlines everything and makes it run a lot smoother. So please sign up. But for the classes, definitely make sure you're signing up for those.
Yeah, for two reasons. Number one, because it secures your spot. If the class is at its cap, there will be nobody allowed into that class above that cap. This is for your guys' safety, number one, and for the quality and integrity of the workout. We're not going to be stuffing 65 people in a room that's meant for 50. So if it is at 50, it will stay at 50, and you'll have to go to another class. And the second reason that we need you guys to sign up for class is it helps the trainer. If the trainer prepares for a class for 8 people, because that's how many people are signed up, and 25 show up or 40 show up, it makes his job or her job extremely difficult. They have to completely revamp everything. So do us a favor, sign up ahead of time, help the trainer out, help yourself out, and it'll make everybody's life a lot easier.
How far out can I sign up for these classes?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Very nice.
And there will be certain classes where you will need to sign up the full 2 weeks in advance. A lot of the spin classes, stuff like that. So.
I would say one thing about signing up is we definitely encourage you guys to sign up 2 weeks in advance, but please only sign up for the classes you're actually really going to take. It's easy to go in and sign up for 50 classes in the next 2 weeks, but if you know that you can only come to a max of 2 a day, please just sign up for the ones you think you're going to come to allow those people that are actually going to come to those classes the space to come in. So.
Good point.
When the weekend events are here, how will I know where to go exactly? Like directions, address, that kind of thing.
Yeah, we will. Adam will be sending out emails for Valencia, and I'll be sending out all of the emails for South Bay. You guys will get an email each and every week at the conclusion of that week, and not only will it kind of recap everything that we've done and keep you guys motivated and on your toes, but it'll also outline the complete details for the following week, where the weekend event will be, what it is, what time, and pretty much anything and everything else you'll need to know.
As far as the charities, how do I pick where my money is going for the charity? And am I donating, or is Afterburn donating on my behalf?
Obviously, is to answer the last part of that question first, if you want to donate in addition to, obviously we always encourage philanthropy. So if you want to do that, you definitely can. However, the whole pounds for charity concept and Afterburn donating $1 for every pound lost is something that Afterburn is donating on your guys' behalf. So no money is actually coming out of your pocket. It is something that is that Afterburn Fitness will be cutting a check for. As far as how you guys will specify what charity you guys want it to go to, at the end of the challenge, when all of you guys do your final body fat tests and weigh-ins and all that good stuff, you'll go onto the same registration platform that you did to sign up to book your final weigh-in or your final body fat test. And when you book that, you will also select one of the 3 charities that you want your weight loss to go towards.
Okay. And then what's the hashtag for the charity then?
The hashtag, so obviously like we had just talked about, we want everyone to really engage the entire community in this weight loss charity kind of run we're doing. And so the hashtag, we kind of want everyone to on a weekly basis just kind of post something on Facebook with the pounds for charity hashtag. That's hashtag LBS 4 and then charity. and then just say, hey, you know what? How many pounds you're down that week? How many pounds total? Hashtag the charitable organization that you've selected to be a part of, just so we can really ramp up, just from a community aspect, kind of what we're doing to give back. And like we said during the orientation, we want, even if people are not participating in our Afterburn Body Transformation Challenge, if you have a friend or a family member, encourage them to just get on board with this Pounds for Charity thing. And again, even if they're not doing the challenge, have them, it's January, everyone's trying to get in shape and knock off some pounds anyway. So, if they lose, commit to donating a dollar for every pound that they lose over the course of the same 60-day period, and hopefully we can make a difference in somebody's life.
How many classes can I take per day? Two.
Two.
Very nice.
Two.
And to continue on with that, I know we're trying to rip through these as quickly as possible, but 2 is the max. You'll probably get a better benefit if you do a morning and night 2-a-day type of a thing rather than a back-to-back, although you can obviously do a back-to-back class if you want to. But we always just want to make sure that everyone understands the concept of exercise and being able to give 100%, and that your results from a body transformation standpoint and how your body reacts to stresses when it comes to working out, and the whole concept of the afterburn effect, it's more about how hard you work out, not how long you work out. Just because you work out 5 hours a day does not mean you're going to have better results than the person that works out an hour a day but crushes it when they are here for that hour. So less can definitely be more when you are going all out.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, quality over quantity, 100%.
And you run into, when you're working out that long, you're going to start catabolizing your muscle anyway. So it's really not that smart. It will eventually work against you if you're not refueling.
Yeah. All you have to do, it's not that hard. Look around at the people who are in the best shape at the gym.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Look at the people in the gym who are in the best shape. And what you will see out of those individuals,
Can't even stop looking at you.
I know, right? Is they're the ones who work out the hardest in class, and they come in and they're gone. But they're lying on the floor at the end of that class. They're not the people who go 50, 60% and do 2-3 classes back to back to back. So just, again, all you have to do is look around.
Oh, God.
Can I do a midpoint bod pod?
You sure can. For $20. $25.
$25.
Man, inflation, $25.
If you're in a training camp, though, you get that fee waived and everyone gets their own midpoint bod pod.
Yes.
Just be sure to schedule that at the front desk.
Yes, the challenge registration fee includes your before and your after, and that is it. If you want to do an additional one, or 2 or 3, we've had people that really are OCD about tracking them and do it every other week. You can totally do that. It's completely up to you. Just know that any body fat tests in addition to the before and after are $25 a piece, unless of course you are doing one of the training camps, and if you are, then a single midpoint body fat test is included.
Is tag team still going to go on even though there are weekend events going on Saturday?
Definitely. In South Bay, tag team is going to, the trio of trainers is going to come down to a pair of trainers. So tag team will come down and be split into spin and cross train. But I believe in Valencia, are we still having all 3, or we're doing 2?
For the most, yeah, we'll mostly be running 3. For
Okay.
sure.
But yeah, but either way, tag team is still going on no matter what.
Very nice. Last question. I think I might answer this. My app says there's no available payment option and I can't sign up for classes. What the hell?
Take it away, Pat.
Well, to troubleshoot your app, there's a few things you need to do. First of all, make sure you're using the email address that you put on your membership forms, not necessarily the one that you paid for the challenge with, but that you put on the membership forms up front that you signed and dated. And then your password is your first name, all lowercase, 1, 2, 3. Unless your name is 4 characters, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And if your name is 3 characters, like that, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that does not work, you need to delete your app, re-download it from the App Store, and try that again. If it still is not working, you either A, did not fill out membership forms, and you need to come see me ASAP, and that's about it.
Yeah, the main thing is that your login and password information that is set up through our MindBody system, if you're using a laptop or a desktop, is it needs to be the exact same login and password that you use for your app. I always use the example, it's no different than Facebook. You don't log in to Facebook on your home computer and your phone with a different login and password. It is the same. So do not create a new login and password when you download the app. Whatever you've been assigned for your login and password when you first signed up, you need to use that exact same for the app.
Also, too, for the apps, there are a few different options. MindBody has its own app that you can log into. You can search for Afterburn Fitness Valencia or Afterburn Fitness South Bay. But even more importantly, it's a cooler looking app, so I like to use that one, is if you go into the App Store, we actually have our own app. It's free to download. You don't have to pay for it, but you type in Afterburn Fitness Valencia or Afterburn Fitness South Bay, and that's going to be the cool looking app that you can use. So encourage you guys to use that one. It's a lot more user friendly. You can look at more. It's more customized to how we want you guys to be able to sign up for classes and view it. So we encourage you to use our own app, not the MindBody app. So. Don't me.
What else we got, bro?
That was the last question.
That's it?
Yes. That's it.
That was pretty good. The first question was a little long, but I think the rest we breezed through pretty quickly. So
Sure.
I'm sure you guys are gonna have we went over. Holy shit.
22
Um,
minutes.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
Well, that's because Tony
So
answered.
I'm trying to close it out right now.
How about getting
You're not letting me
sore?
close it
We're
out.
never getting
Sore?
Yeah.
What do we
people
do?
get Sore, yeah.
What do you do if you get sore? What do you do?
Keep coming. Don't fall off after your first week.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm so sore. It's okay. Keep moving.
Yeah, and you will be sore. And one of the best things to help with that soreness is to keep moving. I know your first what's what I'm looking for?
Workout?
Inclination?
Yeah, inclination
Oh,
to
it's
what you should do is, oh God, I can't move. I'm gonna sit on my couch so my muscles can recover, and that actually will make it worse. The more blood and oxygen you have circulating through your body will help that recovery process. So it doesn't mean that if you can't sit on the toilet that you need to go and do, a million squats the next day, but it does mean get up, walk, do a light jog, move, and that stiffness, soreness in your legs will slowly get better. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'm sure you will. We'll get back to them as soon as we can. And with that, good luck in the next 60 days. Peace out.
Good luck.
Bye.